Today there's only one kind of human left on Earth. Us. Homo sapiens. But that was not always true. Long ago, the world had several kinds of humans. Imagine walking through a prehistoric valley and seeing someone who looked human, but not exactly like you. They had hands like ours, faces like ours. They made tools. They hunted animals. They sat around fires. They cared for children. These were not monkeys, and they were not almost human. They were humans too, just different kinds. There were Neanderthals, Denisovans, Homo erectus, and other human species we are still trying to understand. So the big question is simple. If there were once many kinds of humans, why are we the only ones left? To understand this, we first need to fix a common mistake. Human evolution was not a straight ladder. It was not monkey, then caveman, then us. The real story looked more like a bush. Many branches, many experiments, many kinds of humans living at different times. Some branches lasted for a long time, some ended early, some overlapped with others, and for a while different human species shared the same planet. That is hard to imagine today, because every human you meet now is the same species, but in the deep past being human was more complicated. Take Neanderthals, for example. For years people treated them like dumb cave brutes. But that picture was unfair. Neanderthals were strong, they were smart, they made tools, they hunted large animals, and they survived cold ice age environments that most of us today would not last long in. Then there were the Denisovans. We know less about them because we have fewer fossils, but genetics showed they were a real human group, and some people alive today still carry Denisovan DNA. That means part of them is still here, inside modern humans. Then there was Homo erectus. One of the great survivors of human history. They lived for an incredibly long time and spread widely. So the other humans were not failures. Many of them were successful in their own way. So why did they disappear? One reason may be flexibility. Homo sapiens seem to have been very good at adapting. We could live in different climates, we could change tools, we could move into new environments, and we could switch food sources when the world changed. We were not always the strongest, maybe not even the toughest, but we may have been the most flexible. And flexibility matters when the world keeps changing. During the Ice Age, the climate shifted again and again. Cold periods came and went. Forests changed, grasslands expanded, animals moved. Places that were once safe could become dangerous. If a human group was too small or too specialized, those changes could hit hard. And small populations are fragile. If there are only a few thousand of you, every bad year matters more. Every failed hunt matters more. Every disease matters more. Every lost child matters more. A group can be smart and strong, and still disappear if its numbers are too small. Homo sapiens may have had larger and more connected groups at important moments, and that matters, because bigger networks can share ideas, a better spear design, a safer hunting plan, a smarter way to make clothes, a new way to use fire. If one group learned something useful, that knowledge could spread. This is the power of culture. Culture is not just music, dancing, or tradition. Culture can be a survival tool. Language and cooperation probably helped too. If people can plan together, teach each other, and share warnings, they survive better together. But there was also competition. Different human groups sometimes needed the same land, food, caves, and water. That does not always mean giant wars. Sometimes one group simply competes better. They find more food, they survive more winters, they have more children, and slowly the other group becomes smaller. But replacement was not the whole story. Humans also mixed with other human species. Modern humans outside Africa still carry Neanderthal DNA. Some populations also carry Denisovan DNA. So extinction was sometimes more like absorption. One group fading into another, not completely erased, but blended into the future. Luck also mattered. Evolution is not always fair. Sometimes survival depends on timing. Who found the safer route? Who escaped the disaster? Who had bigger groups at the right moment? Who avoided disease? So what happened to the other humans? Different things happened to different groups. Some likely died out because the climate changed too fast. Some were outcompeted. Some mixed with Homo sapiens. Some became too small to survive. There was no single ending, just many endings, and one survivor. Us. So why are we the only human species left? Because survival is not just about strength. It is about flexibility, cooperation, culture, population, competition, mixing, and chance. We are alone now. But we were not always alone, and some small part of those lost humans may still be here, looking back through our own eyes.